Well, hello and welcome to my webinar today, all about how and why to do a nutritional cleanse. My name is Lisa Spencer, and I am a certified health weight coach as well as a therapeutic lifestyle educator, and I'm also the creator of the Clean and Clear Body Wise Cleanse and the Delicious Detox. So I do know a thing or two about cleansing and detox, and today I'm going to share all of what I know, or a lot of what I know, so that you can find out more about it. I know there's a lot of information out there, lots of different types of detoxes, and today we are going to focus on what I call a nutritional cleanse. So here we go. Today in this webinar, you will learn exactly what a nutritional cleanse is, how a nutritional cleanse is different from other cleansing fads. And when I say other cleansing fads, I don't consider this one a fad, but there are lots of fads out there. So we'll get through clear on all of that. You'll learn the benefits of a nutritional cleanse and if a nutritional cleanse might be the right thing for you to do. I will also give you my proven step-by-step plan on exactly how you can do a nutritional cleanse. So by the end of this webinar, you will have everything you need to know about how to embark on one if you decide you'd like to do that. I'm going to give you some of my secret strategies, how to be successful on a cleanse. After you learn about this, this is something that a great tool for you, and you will learn how you can never go on a diet again. I'll explain more about that later, but it probably sounds pretty appealing to you if you've been a dieter. I'm also going to share a little bit more about my Clean and Clear group cleanse that's coming up, and so that you have some options for doing something with a group, which is also a great way to do a program like this. And so you'll also get opportunities for special pricing and bonuses at the end of this webinar, and only the people who are listening to this at the end will have these options available. Otherwise, my regular pricing will be what you'll see when you go on my website. So stay tuned till the end, and let's get started. So, are you feeling confused about what you should eat? I am a health and weight loss coach, and I work with people all the time, and they come to me and they're just completely, what should I be eating? What is the latest thing? Why do I get so much contradictory information? And so that's what we're going to go through today as well. So you may have heard about cleanses and elimination diets, and so we are going to go through all of what this cleanse is actually an elimination diet that we're going to be talking about. So if you've heard about that and that's something that you've been interested in knowing about, you're in the right place. So if you're ready to learn more, to be successful on one too, so you can lose weight and deal with symptoms that if you have been having certain symptoms. So we'll get into all that today. So grab a cup of tea and a notepad. I'm really glad you're here, and I'm really excited about this information I'm sharing with you today. So first of all, why should you consider a nutritional cleanse? Well, if you have any of these conditions, I love my two ladies here because it's very interesting in all of my studies around different body types, but we have found that specific body types and where we gain our weight actually gives us a propensity towards certain types of disease and also just irritating little health issues. So if you have these like extra weight that's difficult to lose, I would say that stubborn type of weight loss that a lot of us get when we're over 40. If you have digestive issues like gas, bloating, constipation, if you have sugar and carb cravings, I know you're out there. If you have sleeping issues, a lot of people I work with have lots of problems with sleep, mostly waking up in the middle of the night or 4 o'clock in the morning and not being able to get back to sleep. If you have joint pain and you're feeling a little creaky and cranky, if you have high cholesterol or high blood pressure, if you have water retention or you get that kind of puffy overall appearance, if you have low energy and generally are tired, or you're wired and tired, we get a lot of that too. And if you simply just do not know what to eat, then this can clear it up once and for all. So, what exactly is a nutritional cleanse? It is a whole foods and supplement-based nutritional program that will help you discover hidden food allergies, lose those extra stubborn pounds, that belly fat. This is exactly what you can do to target that belly fat. And a lot of people I work with will notice as they age that they start collecting weight in areas around their upper body that they never used to gain it in. And there's a very specific metabolic reason for that. So I'm going to talk about that too. And this is a really fabulous way to address that weight and ditch it. So we are going to talk about how you can empower yourself around food in your body through a nutritional cleanse so that you don't have to be at the mercy of the latest diet book and all the latest advice, because this is a way for you to tune into your body and figure out what it wants. And so it wouldn't necessarily be completely paleo, it wouldn't necessarily be vegan. You'll learn what's right for your body. What a nutritional cleanse is not. I thought that was important to add here. It is not a fad diet. It is not a feel like crap and hang around in the bathroom all day. It is not a huge time investment. It does take some preparation, but after you get rolling on it, it can be really, really a simple way to get going on your food. It's not a juice or water fast. I get that a lot. People thinking that we're going to just be doing liquids. No, this is not that. It is not a starvation plan. As a matter of fact, you will have plenty of food to eat. And it is not a boot camp exercise program either. When you do a nutritional cleanse, it's really important that you have moderate exercise. You do want to move your body, but it's not a grueling, you don't want to embark on any kind of really outrageous exercise program when you're doing a cleanse, and I'll explain more about that later. It's not family excluding. This actually is a program that slightly modified or not, depending on your children's ages or your family background, but basically you will be eating foods that everyone in your family can very, very happily eat. It is not metabolism lowering. A lot of diet plans that are restrictive will actually lower your metabolism over time. So this is not that. It actually is a great way to reboot your metabolism. You will not have to measure and weigh your food. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but this is not a eat 1 cup of this and 2 cups of this, and this is what you're having for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. It's not that specific. You'll have lots of freedom around food, and you will be able to eat amounts that make sure that that you will be satisfied with. And I mentioned this earlier, it's not strictly vegan or paleo. Again, this is a program that will help you determine what type of food works best for you and your body, and that's what I love about it. This program is deeply nourishing on a cellular level, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. It is a great way to jumpstart your fat loss, and I noticed I do not say weight loss. There's a big difference between fat loss and weight loss, and we'll talk about that too. This is a food-first approach to insulin resistance and inflammation. So I have a background where I have studied with the top the functional medicine, medical doctors in the United States. And this approach, I was trained as a therapeutic lifestyle educator, and this approach is a food-first approach that functional medicine practices will often use for people that have lifestyle disease and illness, things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol. This would be diabetes. This would be a program that would often be used as a first step approach to helping people get well again around these issues. So we'll talk more about that. This is a great way to get unstuck around food. Again, I know I'm saying this over and over again, but this is a way for you to learn what works best for you in your body. And again, it's a whole foods and nourishing supplement program. I do use nutraceutical grade supplements in this program, and you do not have to use them if you do not want to. You could actually just do the food program. I use supplements along with this because it expedites the cleansing process, and generally can make you feel a lot better during the cleanse. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. And again, it's finally a way to end confusion for you around what you should be eating for you. Okay, so nutritional rebalancing is not a diet. Detoxification on a cellular level is not a typical diet where you're just reducing the calories or the carbohydrates that you eat. This is actually a metabolic process where your interior cellular level will be getting nourished, and the toxins that you have accumulated in your body will have an opportunity to escape through elimination. So it's a very different process. It has a very different effect on your body than just simply going on a diet. When you diet, it can actually result in a toxic overload into your system because you will release toxins when you diet, but you don't necessarily have the quick elimination that you can have through a cleanse that will help you remove those toxins. And when you have a load of those toxins, it actually will make it more difficult for you to lose weight. To give you an idea, I'm sure that a lot of you are interested in just specifics. I had my assistant actually put together a combination of different cleanses that I've done with my clients. I always do a survey at the end and they tell me what results they've had, and there's quite a few other results are not shown here, but these are the results most people are usually interested in. So on average, based on many different cleanses that I've done with hundreds of different people, these are the results. 84% of my clients or cleansers get a huge reduction in sugar cravings. That's a big one. Carbohydrate cravings are 72%. Stubborn belly fat, 93% of my participants will have a reduction in that. And when you consider that some of these people are not really interested in losing weight or don't have that issue, you take that out, you're still getting just a huge percentage of people with a great result there. Also, joint pain. This is pretty outstanding. 88% of people with joint pain get a reduction in that. Weight loss is 97% of the people that do this cleanse lose weight. Again, that can vary tremendously how much. This is saying 97% did lose weight. I have people that lose a lot of weight during this cleanse. A lot of it depends on where you're coming from when you start. But I have people who lose 16, 20 pounds the first 3 weeks. And then I have people who lose 5 or 6. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Second question I get, and what most people are, I'm going to dive right in to this because this is something most people really want a lot of information on, or they want to know immediately, like, what do I get to eat during a nutritional cleanse? So I'm going to give you a nice little tasty bite of that. So these are the kinds of foods you'll be eating on a nutritional cleanse. You're going to eat a lot of whole foods, a lot of organic foods, things like, as you see here, we've got some sweet potato fries. We have a delicious smoothie. So smoothie is a big part of this, and again, it's not necessarily a green smoothie. It is a very well-balanced glycemic load smoothie that is very targeted to not only taste good, but to also do a lot of wonderful things in your body and in your system. Here's a little more sample of the kinds of foods that we have on the cleanse. So this is not a vegan cleanse. You can actually do it as a vegan. I have clients who do that. They modify it, but it is a more, there's meat and meat products offered during this this type of a program, and it makes it a little easier to get all of your glycemic load balanced, to get your body leveled out to use meat products. During this program, I really recommend a lot of fish as well. So we'll get a little more into that when we get into the details, so you know exactly how to approach it. Here's a stew. So I recommend doing this cleanse 2 times a year. So in the fall and the spring, and then when we do one in the fall, we try to do a lot of seasonal foods. So for instance, on a fall cleanse, you would want to do these more warming foods and things like that. And then in the spring, you would do more of the fresh fruits and vegetables and less of the cooked. So that's just a little info around that. Here's one of my favorite things. It's a lovely stew that's made with lamb, and this is a great little snack. It's garbanzo beans that are roasted, so that's just one of the things that is a nice little snack item. Over here we've got a very well-balanced salad, so you can do some really wonderful hearty salads during this program. Basically what you're going to do is eat from the rainbow. You're going to eat a variety of lots of fruits and veggies, all different colors. They all have different phytonutrients in it, and we're going to really want to get your body just chock full of fabulous nutrients. And so again, we're going to ask, is a nutritional cleanse right for you? If you have any of these issues, it's a great program to jumpstart and get some success on all of these issues. A lot of people ask me this one: why do I need to cleanse or detoxify anyway? And as a matter of fact, I have a couple of physicians who are clients of mine who do this cleanse twice a year. And one of them said to me, well, we're naturally designed to detoxify. And that is absolutely true. We are designed to detoxify. It's part of our liver system response to toxins and things in our body. We're designed for that. So why are cleanses such a big deal right now? Why are we hearing so much about that? Well, because we are inundated in our society with processed foods, environmental toxins, medications, and stress, that our systems are being burdened more today than ever. Our great-grandmothers did not have the same lifestyle that we have. They did not have all these modified foods. And I'm sure that if you've read any of the news and heard, or if you're sort of a foodie and you know a lot about food, you know about genetically modified foods, and you're hearing a lot more about going organic. And this is our nutritional way of responding to what's going on with our food supply. So no, we didn't necessarily have to do this kind of process, although cleansing goes way back. Many different religions and different cultures have done cleanses, and usually in the spring and in the fall, in the different change of seasons, that people did that. But now more than ever, it's a big deal, and we are experiencing so much lifestyle disease in our culture. Diabetes is just hugely on the rise. We've got obesity is just off the charts in the United States. So yeah, we are a pretty toxic nation in lots of ways, and I don't like that negative term, but it's just the reality. So doing something like this, doing a cleanse that removes toxins and builds up your system on a deep cellular level is a great way to give your body a huge boost and to help you process a lot of what we need to process in our daily lifestyle. So just like any kind of a machine that gets overworked, this is a good way to kind of clean out your engine. I've got a picture here. I just threw that in here because this is sort of a good visual of what's going on right now within our society, and a lot of us just don't know what to do about it. A lot of us are gaining weight. We don't even know why. We're making some sincere efforts. A lot of us are actually improving our diet and still gaining weight, and that can be due to a lot of toxins that are built up in our bodies that does make our body resistant to losing weight. I'll explain that in a minute. So what we know is, I'm sure you've heard of inflammation, and it is now considered the root cause of lots of illness. But before we have some of these things, these more serious illnesses, we can just have symptoms of inflammation, and those could be things like belly fat and not sleeping and having joint pain and having a difficult time losing weight, having lots of cellulite. Those types of things are initial indicators that we are inflamed. And if you notice inflammation, aging, they go hand in hand. You age much faster when you are inflamed, when your body's inflamed. But a nutritional cleanse can help all that. How? By removing certain foods and toxins that are known to cause inflammation. And while nourishing yourself with whole foods and targeted supplements, you can drop the weight remarkably fast and feel better than you thought you could by getting these things out at the same time adding in lots of good nutrient-dense food and supplements. You can just get a huge relief from many symptoms. So, what exactly is and how do you do a nutritional cleanse? We're going to talk about that right now. I like to say that it's a 4-step process: remove, restore, reboot, and renew. That's a good way to remember it. So first thing we do is remove certain foods that can be toxic to us and chemicals as well. We restore with very nourishing whole foods and nutrients and self-care practices. And I believe that we are holistic in our lives. We need to be holistic in everything we do. So when we do remove these, it's not just a diet change. It's also a time to become self-aware. So we'll talk about self-care practices that go along with the cleanse that really help you not only with relaxation and things like that, but also just the cleansing process to be more successful. Reboot. This is just incredible rebooting time for your body when you do a cleanse, a really good cleanse. So that can reboot your metabolism and make it much easier for you to lose weight, not only during the cleanse, but afterwards. Great way to renew your health and your body's ability. I know I keep saying this, to lose weight. I think I did too many slides on that. Sorry about that. So what you would do is you will take these foods out for 21 days. And if you've been around the block a little bit lately with hearing about cleanses, there's some different programs out there you'll see with these exact same things that you remove. And there's a very good reason. So you would take out gluten, dairy, soy, peanuts, eggs, corn, sugar and artificial sweeteners, and coffee and alcohol. I'm sorry, but that's just the way you have to do it. It's these things, these specific things are the things that we know can cause the most inflammatory response in people's bodies. Gluten is huge, and we know that the top two really are gluten and dairy that can cause problems for people. And a lot of times you won't even know. You won't have a real specific response like a typical food allergy where you have a real exact specific almost anaphylactic or can be an anaphylactic reaction to foods. These can be low-grade symptoms that you feel all the time, like always being constipated or always having problems digesting your food, or soreness all the time, or not sleeping. All these different things, all these different symptoms can be caused from this low-grade response to these often inflammatory foods. So taking these foods out, I always say it's simple, but it's not always easy. So we're going to just continue on and talk a little bit more about how you do this. On the cleanse that I'm going to share with you, what you would do is you would basically replace every breakfast that you have with a nutrient-dense smoothie. So what that would look like is basically you'd get a high-grade nutritional powder and a high-protein powder, and you would mix that with, then you'd add some fiber, you would add some fruit, low-glycemic fruit like berries are absolutely fabulous. So I'm just going to give you my basic recipe, and that would be about half a cup to a cup of frozen berries. I like to throw in some greens, like you could throw in half a cup of spinach, about a cup of water, or almond milk or coconut milk, which all unsweetened and organic, whichever one you want. And then you would also add in, I usually add in some sort of a healthy fat. You could add in a tablespoon of avocado, or you could add a nut butter. Almond butter is fabulous, and then you just blend that up and have that for breakfast. For lunch, you would go, I'd like, during a cleanse, the best thing you can do is have your main meal at lunch, and we'll talk more about those specific foods to throw together for a lunch, but that would be the ideal. And then to have a smoothie again for dinner or just another meal. And I'll honestly tell you that lots of my clients decide they don't, my people who don't like to cook, they just get in, they love the smoothies, they get into it, they have them twice a day. But then other people, like myself actually, I like to just have a light dinner from the food plan. So I do that. I have the smoothie in the morning. So it's totally up to you. Sometimes you can just switch it up different days, do different things, whatever works. So the first thing you do when you embark on a program like this is you have a pantry party. So what you'll do is get rid of all this stuff in your kitchen to make it a lot easier for you to get going and get your groceries and your pantry stored up with the right stuff. So you're going to take out all your chips and snacky items, ice creams and yogurts, all kinds of your dairy, all your cheeses and all of that. Non-dairy creamers, anything with white or brown sugar or flour. Get rid of the popcorn. Sorry, I know a lot of you love it. Going to get rid of breads and pastas that contain gluten. And don't worry, you'll have lots of replacements for those things, so don't worry. Any packaged and convenience foods, all your basic juices and sodas and diet sodas and all that. Anything with artificial sweeteners and egg substitutes. And you're going to go shopping. Check out this lettuce. This is from Joe's Garden, a local place that I love. It's only open for a short season, and they just grow all their own veggies there, but they have the most gigantic lettuce, and that really is that big, huge lettuce in the picture there. So then you stock up for your freezer. You can have grass-fed lamb, organic chicken and turkey sausage, organic free-range chicken and turkey breasts, grass-fed beef in moderation, and so, maybe once a week at the most for the beef. Frozen berries, these are all low glycemic load fruits. So you would have, actually, strawberries should not be in here. Strawberries are one of the more allergic berries. So basically, blueberries, raspberries, peaches, cherries, things like that are great. And you can buy those frozen there. It makes it really easy to whip them up in the shake and give it that nice smoothie coldness. Frozen veggies are great. Just get the organic and have those on hand, especially if you're not a person that loves to cook and shop and you don't have a lot of time. So that's a good time saver. As a matter of fact, you can actually throw a little bit of frozen spinach or veggies into your shake too if you don't have the fresh things on hand. Wild fish is big on this cleanse. So I hope you love salmon and cod, and if you don't, you will by the end of doing a program like this, because I've got lots of great recipes to share with you as well. For your fridge, these are some items that you can get. I list as veganese, and make sure it's a soy-free version with the green lid. I also have a Pinterest page that I'll share with you where I show products that you can buy that are ready-made for your cleanse. But these are just some of the items that you can get stocked up on for your cleanse. For your pantry, coconut, almond milk, again unsweetened, beans. You can buy the canned beans that are organic and have those, just get everything all set up. That's really important when you do a cleanse, to get everything prepared in advance. So I recommend going, I'm going to go back here. Oops. I'm going to go back here. See here, I have everything all set up, and I'm just showing different products. In the Pinterest page, you can see, you'll see a lot of different products that you can buy to make it really easy for your grocery shopping trip. These are some of the oils that you can have on hand. Coconut oil is great for high temperature cooking. Olive oil Make sure it's organic and use it. You can use olive oil in most everything that you do, and olive oil is amazing for you. So coconut oil, great. Also, another oil I'm not showing here is palm oil. Red palm oil is a great one for cooking. I love this. The ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so the necessary may speak. And this is absolutely perfect when it comes to cleansing, because the whole point of doing this is that once you remove these foods for 21 days, you will reintroduce them in the end, at the last part of the cleanse after the 21 days. You will reintroduce the foods at one food, let's say it's dairy, for 2 days, and then you will know, you'll have immediate responses to these foods, and I will give you a list of those kinds of things to look for, and then you can decide whether you want to, what you want to do with that information. That's why this is such a good program for you to help figure out what you should be eating, not from somebody just in a book giving you a diet. This is your version of your diet for you based on your body's response. Your body will tell you what it wants. I show this here as a good diagram for how to put your plate together. Notice again, I'm not giving you exact amounts. You need to be eating until you feel nicely satisfied. And that means that the way I like to describe that, especially if you're trying to lose weight, is you eat enough food that you could go for a walk afterwards, but you probably couldn't do like a Bikram yoga class. So basically, here's how your plate should be divided. You cannot have too many starchy, non-starchy veggies on this program, or in general, in my opinion. You're going to have low glycemic carbs, not a ton. You know, we're not going to just load up too much on things, but we're talking about brown rice, quinoa, those kinds of things, and a nice portion of organic protein, and then healthy fats. This is not a low-fat diet. It's really important to get those healthy fats in your diet. I like to introduce these supplements, and the reason I use supplements when I do a cleanse or with my clients is because I was trained by Dr. Jeffrey Bland, who's pretty much the father of functional medicine. So people like Mark Hyman, Dr. Hyman, and lots of other of the health professionals that you'll see who are huge proponents of this type of detox cleanse, actually originally trained with Jeffrey Bland. He created a nutraceutical line called Metagenics, and it's not I think there's something called isogenics. It's more of a, I think it's more of a multi-level marketing type thing. These are nutraceutical or nutraceutical grade supplements that were designed as to bridge the gap between food and medical between food and pharmaceutical drugs. So they basically were high quality supplements that they use in functional medicine practice to help heal people. I like to introduce these nourishing supplements along with the cleanse to help your body process through the cleansing process easier and so that you can feel amazing. So these are the basic supplements I recommend. I recommend a high quality protein powder, a high quality fiber, a multifaceted probiotic, and a liver support. And I'm going to give you the ingredients to look for here. In a protein powder, I think it's important to choose a high quality vegan protein base. Note, not a whey protein. Whey is a milk derivative, so that would not be the ideal for a cleanse. You want to look for a protein source that's a combination of these. Rice, pea, cranberry, potato protein, or a blend of these is great. A lot of people are also allergic to whey, so we'd be cutting that one out, as I mentioned. So make it a vegan protein powder. You want to avoid, and this is tricky, a lot of these products have soy. So you want to get a product that does not have soy, egg, or milk protein powders of any kind. No artificial colors or sweeteners such as aspartame or sucralose. Now they can have a little bit of, a lot of times they will have some type of sweetener, but you do not want to have anything that has more than 4 or 5 grams max of sugar per serving. And just to give you an idea, you can have some of these other ingredients like rice syrup, evaporated cane juice, syrup, those types of things. In a good protein powder, this slight amount of sugar will be balanced out by the protein in it so that the glycemic load overall on your body is not high. Fiber. Fiber is my favorite. Okay, so fiber is super important during a cleanse for many reasons. And so what you want to look for in a fiber is that it has ingredients like rice bran, apple pectin, prune powder, green tea phytosome. I just threw that one in there because one of my favorites does have that. Beet fiber, oat fiber, all these are great ingredients to have in your fiber. You want to aim during a cleanse, and actually not even just during a cleanse in general, and this might be a real shock to you, but 50 grams a day. And it's really been shown that fiber is one of the main fighters of disease, just for many reasons, and I'll talk about that now. Fiber absorbs water and creates bulk in your intestinal tract. Helps you, I like to think of it as a broom that helps you sweep debris and toxins through your system. It also triggers peristaltic movement in your intestines, which is really just a fancy way of saying that it makes you go potty. It pulls toxic waste, as I mentioned, and clears the blood. It makes, oh, this is big. Okay, so when you detox, you are going to be releasing chemicals, toxins into your bloodstream. That's exactly what does start to happen is your body starts to release toxins. You want to make sure that when you're cleansing, you're moving those toxins through your digestive tract, getting them out of your body. And the way that your body releases that is through your potty. Your poop, your pee, your pranayama, which means you're breathing, and you're sweating through your skin. So you want to do everything you can to keep all that stuff moving through. And fiber is amazing at helping pull that stuff out. I do want to make a little note about fiber. If you aren't used to having a lot of fiber, and again, I mentioned different types of fiber in that previous slide because different people respond differently to different fibers. Some people will get more constipated when they initially start using a fiber, so you want to start slowly and you want to make sure you get tons of water when you're increasing your fiber in your diet. So let's just say we want to get the 50 grams, you might start with 25 grams or even less. Just see what happens, see how it works, and make sure if you're getting a good bowel movement once or twice a day, no problems, then you're just doing fine. Keep adding more fiber. But if you're feeling like that's too much for you, just back off a little bit. But you can increase it slowly and experiment with different fibers if you feel like one's not working. I mentioned in the last, I showed a kind of a faded picture of a meta fiber, is a Metagenics fiber that I have had the best results with all my clients. They love that fiber and continue to use that after the cleanse because they find it really helps with their elimination. So that seems to be one that's very well tolerated. So there are things like natural ingredients that are amazing, like psyllium husk that you can buy at the health food store, lots of high fiber foods that I'll talk about. But those don't always, you have to experiment a little bit and see which one works best for you. Big proponent on not telling you exactly what to do, but let you figure it out as you try different things. But get that fiber. It feeds the good bacteria in your stomach, which is great, and it just promotes healthy gut lining overall. It also captures cholesterol and prevents its excess absorption. So if you have issues with that, fiber is a great way to fight that high cholesterol issue. And as far as losing weight, I consider it my weight loss weapon, my biggest one, because it also helps you feel full and limits that overeating because you feel more satiated when you're getting enough fiber in your diet. High fiber diets are associated with the decrease of incidence of colon cancer and heart disease. So and I don't think you need any more, do you? Any more evidence to why you should be getting this fiber in your diet. So here's just a couple foods that have a lot of fiber in them. So almonds, 1/4 cup, 4 grams. Flaxseed, 2 tablespoons, 4 grams. And avocado, 1 cup, 10 grams. So that's a lot of avocado. But avocados are wonderful for that. They're also great. All these actually are good, healthy fats, particularly the flax and the avocado. Very good fats for you. Probiotic is another really important thing to do. You take a probiotic twice a day, morning and evening. And what you want to look for, I'm not going to say all these things because it'll probably take me too long, but these are the things you want to look for in a good probiotic. So a probiotic is just an amazing thing to get your digestive system working really well. And what they do is they populate your gut lining with healthy bacteria. And in your gut, you have healthy bacteria and you have unhealthy bacteria. So one of the goals during a cleanse is to really build up that healthy bacteria, and that will really help eliminate and get rid of the, basically it's like an army of good bacteria. So you're just adding to that healthy army and helping fight that not so healthy ecosystem that tries to build up in your system when you're eating a lot of not healthy foods for you. What to look for in a liver support. So I also add a liver support. I think it's a great idea. I use one that's called Liver Cleanse or another one called Advoclear. Liver Cleanse is a Thorne product that I love, and it's actually a fairly inexpensive supplement. So what these do is they support your liver is your main detoxification organ, and it has 500 essential functions in your body. Has the life-saving ability to regenerate itself, which is amazing. The liver actually can regenerate itself when you take care of it. So one of the most important functions it does do is detoxification. So your liver is where you break down and convert toxins into compounds that can be moved through your body. So I'd say that's a pretty important function and pretty important to support during a cleanse. So here are some of the best ingredients and herbs that actually are really great for liver support. Dandelion extract, burdock extract, berberine, HCI, from Indian barberry extract, and berberis. Those are really great ones. And milk thistle is a super, super strong for strong support for the liver. And stinging nettle and uva urspy is an extract. It's also a little bit of a diuretic. So you can also do a lot with teas. There are some great teas. There's one that's called detox tea, yogi detox tea, and it has a lot of these different things in it. But you can just drink things like a milk thistle tea, or this great dandelion tea, and that will really, really support your liver in the detoxification cleanse process. Here's my friendly reminder. For something like this, or anytime you change your dietary program, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor and make sure that this type of a food plan and program, supplement program, is right for you. I would encourage you, this is just a nice little note from a client of mine who does my cleanse regularly. She says, it's been almost a year since I did my initial cleanse, just starting my second modified version now, and I've not only kept the weight off, but I'm so excited to be training hard after taking 3 years off and getting prepped and more fit for the ski to sea downhill leg in the upcoming race. The whole experience was a game changer for me. I learned so much about myself and how to eat in the best way for me, and now I simply enjoy delicious whole foods more than ever. The shifts I have made fit seamlessly into my healthy, happier life. So you can feel free to go to my website and read my little raves page, because there's a lot of people talking, and I think it's really important for you to get excited about something by reading what other people's experience. These are all clients of mine. They're not fake-o. I see a lot of websites that have these testimonials that don't have any names or attachments to them, and anybody could have written them. So these are all really healthy, happy cleansers who have done the program and had amazing results. I don't want to oversell you on doing a cleanse. It's a challenge. It really is. But I think it's an absolutely amazing process that I have seen amazing results with my clients. They absolutely love this program. I am not a diet-oriented person as far as I don't believe in going on strict calorie-reduced diets and things like that to lose weight. I don't think they really help people overall if you look at the statistics on most diets. But these cleanses have long-term effects with people I work with. I love this program. So a little bit more about the program is I designed this um, based on a couple of different protocols that I learned. So what I did is I took some of the best things from each program that I really loved. One of them was Dr. Mark Hyman's Ultra Simple Diet. This is very similar to his program that he devised, and it is a functional medicine protocol, again, for lifestyle illness, starting with food first. So I used different things. In my program, I even added some things from a diet called the Fat Flush that many of you maybe have heard of. A lot of the practices in the Clean and Clear cleanse that I do twice a year come from that. I use a cranberry water that's really great for different things, and also some of the food lists and things like that were taken from different protocols that I saw really great studies on, and I just put those together, and that's how I came up with this specific program. Just so you know how it all started. And I've been doing this program for about 5 years, very regularly with clients. And I do this also with people one-on-one or in group situations. But again, by the end of this, you are going to be able to do one on your own if you so choose. So here are my strategies, a couple of my strategies. I've got quite a few, but these are the main ones to get you started. So you've got the food list, and I will have a PDF available that has those foods for you, so you can download that and have the specific foods that I mentioned earlier and supplements and all that. Most important thing when you do a cleanse is to get prepared ahead. I cannot overemphasize this. You really want to take like a weekend to get set up and get all the food you need, get your kitchen all prepared, and even start to make some of the foods and get used to some of the different things that you'll be eating during the cleanse. Really, really important. The other thing, you need to drink half your body weight of water a day. That's just an easy way to know. And a good way to do that is to buy some BPA-free containers, fill them up, throw a little fresh lemon in there, maybe a little ginger to help your digestion. Take it with you to work. Just get in that habit while you're doing the cleanse makes a big difference. You need that water too when you're increasing your fiber, so it's really important so you don't get constipated. You want to get your sleep on. You definitely need to make sure you're getting plenty of rest on a cleanse. Interesting piece of this is that your body actually does the major detoxification when you're sleeping. So it is this process in your body requires energy of your body. It's very interesting how it all works. So getting your sleep is super important. The other thing, I don't think I have a slide on this, but you want to make sure you get 12 hours between meals at night. So if you quit eating dinner at 7 at night, or you have your last meal at 7, then you want to wait till 7 the next morning to eat again, because again your body needs to use its energy not digesting food but cleansing and detoxifying at night. Elimination, you need to make sure that you are eliminating properly when you're on a cleanse. So again, the fiber should help a lot, the water should help a lot. You do not want to go even one day without having a good bowel movement when you are cleansing. Some ways to increase that, if you're having issues, is you can add 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C can help, some magnesium can help. There's different things you can do to help that. I'm not going to go into all that here. Just make sure you are getting your elimination going during your cleanse. Super important. Moving your body is important. Not marathon running, but getting out every day, getting your lymph system moving, You could do something like rebound. I have a client who just loves to get one of those little rebounders, or just walking or running, but not going crazy, but getting movement going. Yoga is fabulous during a cleanse. I highly recommend it. Self-care. You want to take time, get a lot of rest, and also set aside time for yourself when you're cleansing. And get a massage or go get a pedicure. Schedule this stuff in. Just get it on your schedule when you're doing a cleanse. It's really important. Trust me, you'll be so glad that you did when you do this. I think it's really important to get support on a cleanse. So if you can get your best friend or your partner to do it with you, ideal. It's so much easier when you have support. So, I would introduce these foods to your family, try to get them on board. Really important, makes it a lot easier. Also for accountability, you got your partner, your best friend doing it with you makes a big difference. I just recently did a cleanse with my husband, and believe me, that was an easy task to get him on board. He does it. He feels great when he does it, but he doesn't always want to do it. But it was funny, like the last couple of days, I called him and I said I wanted something. He said, "But you can't have that, we're on the cleanse." And that's all I needed, was just him to remind me, that what we were doing together and that commitment. So it's very important. I recommend doing this cleanse during the fall so that you can be ready for the holidays. A lot of my clients just love it. They feel great. They don't always look just like her by the end. I think that would be a pretty tough goal, but they look so much better. And I have to tell you this, I can't believe how much better people look when they're doing the cleanse and afterwards. I have such transformations. I wish I could have before and after pictures of my clients. They often will send them to me, but they don't want me to post them on my website, which is understandable, but I wish I could, because people look so much better. And I notice a huge reduction, especially in that puffy look. Women and men that had those under eye bags, it's just gone. I mean, it's an amazing way to start looking and feeling your best. So I only have a couple more minutes here, and I want to tell you a little bit about my program. I have a group cleanse coming up, and it is a fabulous program. So here we go, talking about that. It is an opportunity to basically cleanse with a group, and it's a great way to get support by me. We have a private Facebook forum, we have all kinds of things going on, so let's talk about it. So I'm going to go into some special pricing available for you guys being on this webinar, and only those people in the webinar and those people who are on my personal insider email list, which means you've signed out on my website. If you haven't done that yet, go to www.insidebydesign.net and sign up and make sure you're on my newsletter, because then you will always get the bonuses and things that come up. I like that because it just shows people in a group doing something together. It looks way more powerful than just seeing the lone airplane. So if you're ready to ignite your body, mind, and spirit, let's do it together. That's just a picture of me with cabbage. I just love that. Don't do it alone. Join us. Oh, here, yes. This was going to be at the beginning of the slideshow, but I've got it here at the end. So these are the kind of benefits. We mentioned some of the benefits earlier, but these are the kind of benefits that people tell me that they've gotten. 90% of the people, 91% reported these benefits. And they basically will do a survey at the end and just tell me exactly what they achieved. So these are awesome. Basically, weight loss, feeling leaner and lighter, less fluid retention, knowledge about healthy eating, better digestion, new self-care practices, better elimination, better communication with my body, less bloating, wrapped up energy, having more mojo. That's pretty good. Increased mental clarity. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. I love that one. So people tell me that, and I experience this as well, but that they just feel like their brain is really working and they're really able to work and do things that they want to do. Their brain fog's gone. That's huge. Knowledge of the fuels that fuel you the best, and new awareness. Pretty much, what more could you ask for on a program than that? So I would love to invite you to join us on our Clean and Clear Cleanse. It's coming up October 6th, pretty soon, so that you can get all the support for total success. Now, again, I mentioned earlier, you will have the diet or the food guidelines. I call it the vacation food plan as a PDF here, so you can download that, and it gives you all the instructions, but I highly recommend you join us on our cleanse. What you get. So you get my Simply Clean Flavorific Cookbook. It's an instant download. Basically, you would get all the program materials as a download once you sign up. And I love food and I love simple cooking, so this is a great cookbook. People love this. So these are all my recipes for the cleanse. And I also, in the Facebook forum, I will always be posting new recipes. I also have a Pinterest page that has lots of different recipes from other people, but these are my favorites and my clients' favorites from all these different cleanses. I just put it in this book. You get this play-by-play detail book, and it has everything that you won't get here just from the download. This is only for people on my cleanse. You get shopping lists, you get guidelines, you get the whole pre-cleanse preparation and planning, self-care practices, all kinds of additional information, why we're doing exactly everything that we're doing. So this is a 70-page or so book, and you can download like the first, I think it's 15 pages, gives you all the instructions, but then you can read, and I get a lot of my clients, they want to know everything. Why are we taking these foods out? What do they do? This gives you everything. So it's a great book. I'm an over-perfectionist, so I can honestly tell you, and read again, please read those testimonials on my site. I'd love having other people talk about this program rather than me, because it just means a lot more coming from them. You also get these short daily audios, and everybody loves these because they're like 4 minutes long, and they're always pertain to what's going on for you during the cleanse. So rather than have these big long, like this for instance is a long presentation about cleansing, these are short audio recordings. You just click on them and listen to them at whenever you feel like it. So a lot of my clients will tell me they just, putting on their makeup in the morning, they listen to the 4-minute audio, they love it. They always say, I feel like you're reading my mind. So it goes through everything, preparing for your cleanse, all these different stages that you'll go through, all the details that you need are on these audio recordings. They're really great that way. And sometimes I throw in some really inspirational things, just all the different things that people go through. They love getting information on every day rather than once a week with a big long presentation or something. I found this works the best. Oh, you also get this private club, and I usually do a men's club and a women's club. It just depends on who I have in my group. So not going to promise both because it just depends on how many people sign up. I usually get a lot of people on this fall cleanse. And but anyway, it's a private membership page on Facebook. And I get people that are not used to Facebook and they don't think they want to be on Facebook. It's private. So basically you can just have you can go on there and no one else besides the people in the group will see that you're on there. And it's an amazing supportive group, and people can share what's going on. I'm on there once or twice a day. So a lot of other online cleanses that are absolutely great programs, the people that are running them are not really on the forum. They have maybe their virtual assistant or some of the other people work for them that get on that forum once. I've been in some of these groups, and they're not that active, and it usually ends up just being the members chatting, and usually it kind of fizzles. I make sure that I am on this forum. I'm actually in Italy right now, and I make sure that I'm in town and around so that my schedule is ready, prepared for me to be on there once or twice a day, so I can answer questions. I can be really agile to what people are needing on the specific group, because every group's a little bit different, and we all come to it from a different place. So I just want to make sure everybody gets fully supported. So it's a highly supportive group. And so that's just a huge bonus to this group, this program, this group cleanse. So you get all the support that you could possibly need to cleanse like a rock star. I can promise you that. No one ever feels like they're not supported or they don't have all they need to cleanse successfully. As a matter of fact, a lot of my clients will say that they never thought they could do a program like this. They never thought they could get through it, and they not only get through it, but they actually want to continue on. So I think that means a lot when somebody says, gosh, I just want to continue doing this cleanse, which you can do, but we can get to all that information later. So here is what I'm offering to you on this webinar if you sign up. And there's just a short period of time that we're going to offer this. This special offering will end September 26th at 12 o'clock midnight. I'm doing that so that people get time to get prepared, get all their ducks in a row, and get signed up and get into our forum. So basically, and get everything ordered for you that you'll need to get started on the cleanse. So the program begins October 6th. That means the pre-cleanse, which is 3 days. That begins October 6th. And of course, you would get all your materials right away. Right when you sign up, you get an instant download of all your materials. You can get started looking at that and making notes and all that, so you're prepared. And again, this is fully virtual cleanse, so you can do this anywhere in the United States. I don't offer it. I actually can offer it to people internationally, and I have international clients. They just can't do the supplement part of it with me. They have to find their own products for that because these cannot be shipped internationally. Okay, so option 1, which I highly recommend, is the complete program with all the supplements. So it's $247. Great deal. The supplements alone in this are valued at $175. That's how much they cost if you buy them. So really, for very little more, you get the whole program, the support with me. It's a great deal. The first 30 people who sign up will get a one-on-one 30-minute consultation with me. Awesome. This is great. I charge $130 an hour, or half an hour, for so $260 an hour to work privately with people, and I'm fully booked with my private programs. So to get an opportunity to get on the phone with me and go over specifics for your cleanse, great thing to do. So that would mean that we could talk about some specific things that you've got going on. I can give you specific personal recommendations for you. And also we might even switch it up a little bit. We might try something a little different for you. So great way to do it. I really, if you're watching this webinar, I would encourage you to pop over to the site. You'll have an opportunity to do that so that you can take advantage of that 30-minute session with me. I think it can make a big difference in your experience, although you'd be completely supported if it doesn't work out that way for you. Highly recommend it though. Option 2 is the complete program with no supplements. And I do this for a couple of reasons. For my international people who may want to join us. Also, I have clients who already use these products and they might even have some on hand. Or you're just a bring your own supplement type of person and you want to go research and figure out what you want to use, and absolutely fine. I've never offered this before, but I did decide to do it this time because I've got international people, and also I don't want to exclude anybody just because maybe you just want to use your own products. So that's fine. So that is $147. Early bird will go back up to $175 after September 26th. First 10 signups to do this also get the 30 minutes with me. So that is, again, I already mentioned, I highly recommend that. If you did that, I could help you figure out what you might want to use instead of these products if you decide to do that. So come and join us. We will give you all the information you need to do it, and I would love to have you. And also, I want to give you an opportunity here. I'm going to do a little Q&A in a couple of days, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to just email me if you have questions. So the way to reach me is lisa@insidebydesign.net. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and I hope you join us.